We are talking magnesium and essential oils today. Do you have an essential oil? Please post it in the comments below. Your favorite scent, smell that lifts your olfactory. I do want to remind you that we're not talking different brands of essential oils today. We're just talking the way that we use essential oils in comparison with magnesium. Essential oils are powerful. They can change the chemistry of how your brain and your body works. And I think it's a question probably about number 3 that comes in here to living the good life naturally is, how can I use essential oils? And let me grab, because I have a product that has essential oils in it. So let's go to the basics and let's determine essential oils and the decisions that you'll make if you're using essential oils along with your magnesium. Now, when I'm talking magnesium, I'm not talking essential oils in a magnesium pill. I'm not talking essential oils and magnesium flakes because they're not as powerful as the straight sea brine. They've been processed. Magnesium flakes go to a honey, they heat them, it turns into like this sticky honey texture, and then it dries. During that processing, some of the magnesium oomph is gone. And so today we are talking magnesium chloride straight from the Zechstein Sea, never diluted, from the correct strata that's undiluted and doesn't have the heavy metals, the cadmium, those kinds of things that I personally don't want to uptake my body. So post in the comments, what do you use essential oils? Where are you at with essential oils? I don't think I've ever done a live on this. And so I'm really excited. I am someone who loves citrus essential oils. I absolutely love citrus. What is your favorite? I love lavender, but oh, am I picky over my lavender? I don't want it to have that camphor scent. Now, spike lavender is great for certain uses, but I want that lavender scent, and so I don't want the camphor. I want a sweeter lavender, and so I love a French lavender. When we're talking using essential oils, could one freeze dry the magnesium? Sue, I have no clue. I have never been asked that question. Here's my concern. When you change the structure, you lose the benefits. And I don't know if freeze drying would. I'm going. I feel a rabbit hole coming on, not right now, but I'll do some research on that. My concern would be when you change the structure, it's the exact example of flakes, Sue. When you take, even if the flakes are from the very best source, the ancient sea, the Zechstein ancient sea, and it's Zechstein inside, that's the only place that the European Union has certified magnesium for topical use because of the purity. They can use magnesium for the road and salts and all sorts of things, but we want magnesium that is pure because we're soaking in it and uptaking it. So I don't know. Oh, freeze-dried fruit. Oh no. Oh, Sue, are you kidding, woman? I love rabbit holes. I'm a rabbit hole queen. It excites me. I just never been asked that, so I don't know. Okay. Lorraine, detox foot baths. I think anything that we can do that supports the body and to open up pathways is a beautiful thing. Okay, so let's get back to magnesium and why I would never add essential oils while soaking in magnesium. And that may shock you because essential oils are powerful. Magnesium is powerful. Why wouldn't I do, you've heard me say it before, a stacking of functions? Anything I can do to stack functions and create a time block is a good thing in my life because it gives me more time to do the things I love. And essential oils and magnesium, this magnesium, I'm not talking flakes, I'm not talking other things. If you're soaking and using a quarter cup, this is a dermal penetrator. There are different things that are dermal penetrators, which just is a fancy way of saying it pulls things down into your skin, right? Dermal skin penetrator, it's pulling things down into your skin. Magnesium is incredibly powerful. Essential oils are incredibly powerful. What is it on one of my favorites is I've got a 5 ml bottle of it. Oh, I won't even tell you how much I paid for it. So expensive. I was there at where they were extracting the essential oil by pressing it in fat. It was incredible. Anyway, that's another scroll for another day. It is so powerful, and it takes like what, 5,000, 3,000, thousands. I'll say that. It takes thousands of rose petals to extract one drop of rose. One drop of rose absolute takes thousands. So you're taking all the strength and all the power of all of those roses, one drop. And then you're taking this, which is a dermal penetrator, and then you're taking your immune system. Now, your immune system is a weave. Think of it like a weave, like a blanket that's woven, and it has holes in it, right? And it's fluid. It's not like this solid cement wall. It's a fluid, and things come in and things go out. Now, for example, if I were, let's see, what's an example I could use for this? Let's say that I am walking along and I see an animal that's in crisis. My immune system is going to react to that animal. That's something that oh my goodness. And that immune system is going to change in response to what's happening outside. Let's not use an animal. That's not a good example. So pull that. It's a threat. Let's say I see a threat outside. I see a man behind a car and I'm by myself. It's a dark road and I see him, and my body is going to react to that, which is going to change that immune system, right? And it's going to change the ability that immune system has to protect. And that immune system is going danger, danger, danger. Now, your immune system and my immune system are going to have different size of weaving. And because we have gotten sicker as a society and our immune system is in overload, when you take the power of an essential oil and you take the magnesium soak and you put those things together, that is incredibly powerful. Now, a few of you may be able to do that 100 times, but then maybe one day your stress levels are a little higher and it senses these two powerful things coming in and it goes, whoa, that's a lot to take in. And this is a really oversimplified way of what's happening in your body, but I want to illustrate a visual for you because it doesn't make sense why I'm saying this for a lot of people. And then your immune system says, whoa, that is so powerful. Danger, danger. And then the next time you use it, you're like, whoa, ooh, danger, danger, danger. This is too powerful because the immune system is so weakened as a society. You look at the stress we're collectively holding right now as a society, the stress, the changes in our country. And this isn't a political statement. It's the changes, period, in our country. And that immune system is getting worn down. And as we continue to wear down our immune system with lots of different factors, then things that are very powerful are harder to manage. And so let me grab some water. Okay, this is an imperfect day. Check out my water today. Oh my gosh. My husband got home really late and I slept in. So I'm grabbing some imperfect water. Hold on. I didn't even do a mic check. Oh my gosh. Can you hear me? Is that better? Didn't even do that. I like ran in and slid in my chair. It's like the old radio days. And so is what I see happening. It may not be the first time that that reaction happens. It may not be the 20th time. But then your body gets to this point that it's just pounding it too much, and you lose the ability because your body views the essential oil. Now, I've never seen anyone, here's another rabbit hole. I want to understand why, because I've never seen anyone lose the magnesium. It's the essential oil that they lose, that they just can't even use it on its own with a carrier oil, let alone with magnesium chloride. Now, a lot of people will say magnesium oil. This is not an oil. That's technically incorrect. Magnesium chloride. And so they lose the essential oil because then their body starts that overreaction. Robert Tisserand is someone I don't sit on the board anymore. I used to sit on the national board with Robert Tisserand, and I'd always show up early so I could sit right next to him, because anytime that man drops anything, boom, I was learning and writing it down. And he is one of the premier essential oil researchers with the organic, chemical, and structure of the oils and connecting the essential oils to the science. We know that there's what I call grandma wisdom, and we know that there's benefit. He's connecting it scientifically with the organic molecular structure. And you look at research on essential oils and you go down, and he's either a part of that research or he's being quoted, and his studies are in that research. And he said one day, someone had asked a question, I don't even remember what the question is, and he had said, I would never use an essential oil without a carrier oil, because our bodies they're so powerful, and you've taken that plant and you've brought it down, and you've taken that power and you've brought it down into one little drop, and you don't want your body overreacting to that. And he said he had seen strong immune systems eventually. It's just they're so powerful, and we love powerful things. We love things that help us heal powerfully, but we still need that balance. I want to share, we're going to take a little squirrel, and it's going to seem like it doesn't connect, but I promise in my brain it connects. And that is so for example, it used to be iodine was, it's the same process with iodine. Iodine is so incredibly important for your body, but the iodine that we grew up with is now causing so many issues and tanking people's thyroid because it's too powerful, and our immune system doesn't do well with that strong, powerful head and the weaker tail. That's why most people do better with nascent iodine, because it has balanced energy on the head and the tail of the molecular structure. And so we want that power, but we have to bring it in balance to our body, not blowing our body. I would, after Robert said that and quoted all of his incredible research, and he said, and I would never use it on a child without a carrier oil, to make sure that we're tapping into that power, but we're diffusing it. And so when you take, excuse me, oh, I need some more water. And maybe a little, I hate doing throat lozenges when I'm on the live, because the microphone magnifies that I do with them. Okay, so we'll swallow here. And so when you are soaking in magnesium, because you're using it in the purest form, 1/4 of a cup. And have you joined our 30-day challenge? Have you? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm doing it very differently this year. The 30-day challenge has started, but you can still join because I am going to be working with Dr. Daniel on a live Zoom call that you'll be able to join live. And if you're a part of that 30-day challenge, that's the only way you get that link. I'm protecting that man from, sometimes you get scammy people or people that just, they're yelling. Anyway, they're not there to learn. They're there to just create dissonance. And I'm protecting that man and myself from that. And so joining the link, Shelly's thrown up that link. She'll throw it up again, is the only way to get that link to join that call. Now we are in the middle. And so you'll get the prompts in the middle. If you want the earlier things, the earlier videos and the access to the recording that's already happened, you can reach out. And this morning, Shelly told me you should send them to you. She would do that for you. I would love to have you join that 30-day challenge. We're diving deeper on magnesium, cell saturation, interstitial cellular magnesium function. We just dive a little bit deeper into the details and support each other. And I'm doing a 30-day challenge right now. I would love to have you join. You must join at that link below. It is in the middle, but that's okay. Remember, imperfect action creates optimal health. You can start on the day that works for you. You don't have to start the day I started. So join us on that. I have one more free, and the challenge is free. You do have to sign up. I have one more Q&A call that's happening, and then later we'll have Dr. Daniel come on, and we'll have that call, and you get the recordings if you can't be on the call. So it's like a win-win-win situation. We send like a little synopsis of the call. So if you don't have time to hear me do this, just go over the main points of what the call was. If you love learning, you want to achieve cell saturation, you're tired of chasing symptoms, you want the full-on benefit of magnesium, please join me on the Magnesium 30-day challenge. I would love to have you be a part. Okay, so, is there, Vicky, midlife musings? I love that. I'm a midlife girl. Is there an expiration date on the magnesium? I just found a full bottle from last year. I have the best news for you. No, there is not. Use it. Get it off your shelf, in the bowl, in your feet, with your feet in it, so your body can utilize all of that beautiful magnesium. Beth, love oils, usually use them in roller form, which is a fabulous way. Usually the roller bottles have a carrier oil in them. I always am very careful with my roller bottles because when you're rolling them, the roller bottle is taking up the dead skin cells. And so sometimes the carrier oil can go rancid faster because of that. And so I want to make sure I'm cycling through those, but they're so darn convenient. Oh, Karen, I can't tell you. It's like pinch me. My life is real. Dreams come true. We are going to be talking about magnesium chloride with a surgeon who is the premier magnesium chloride soaking research expert. I have joined the party of ending magnesium deficiency in our country, in our world by 2055. And his research team is amazing. And he's really helping to bridge what we know now about magnesium that you and I have been talking about for 25 years. But it's wonderful that he's bringing the scientific community in and the role and the pathway that he's playing and helping people understand when they're soaking in magnesium, why they need to be using the Zextine inside. And now Zextine North America, if it's coming from the Zextine inside and coming into North America, it comes through my warehouse. And it needs to be the pure Zextine inside, undiluted, absolutely undiluted. Elizabeth, please remind me of the cream of tartar for potassium. Start with a half a teaspoon in warm water. I've gotten really out of sync with my routines. Elizabeth, I love the fact I raise your hand if you can relate to getting out of sync with your routines. Oh, I'm raising my hand. I'm there. And I love the fact that you're focused on pulling those routines back in. And magnesium, salt, and potassium are the three basics. Anytime that I'm out of sync with my routines, or I feel like I'm getting sick, or I'm feeling off, or I feel like I'm reacting to things, or my immune system is down, I start with magnesium, salt, and potassium. 1 teaspoon of potassium has 500. Oh, we're almost done with our move. Well, we still have to move into our next place, but I have moving brain. Let me rephrase that for you. 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar has about 500 milligrams of potassium. But, and this is where it's so important to understand your own body, and it's part of the journey to have something not work to figure out what works. In that, some people can't take a full teaspoon of cream of tartar because it's a synthetic form of potassium. And so please know your own body. You might need to start with half a teaspoon if you have a sensitive stomach. I've played with that, and I know that during the day, if I'm needing that boost of potassium, I can do up to 2 teaspoons, but I can't do them together. That's too much. I have to do 500 and 500. And I've played with that. It took me about 2 weeks to figure it out. I built a relationship with that. I know how my body responds to it, and it works for me. And I think sometimes that I'm going to pull out, I think, that's what stops women from being healthy, is that they try it once. Oh, that didn't work. Well, you need to make that work for your body. And sometimes that boost of potassium in that synthetic form is exactly what I need. Imperfect action creates optimal health. I'm the poster girl. I'm here for you. Get me a new outfit and a cute pair of shoes to wear. Let's make a poster, because I'm the imperfect action queen and have created and maintained health beyond my wildest dreams. Now, does that mean I have a perfect pathway and never get sick and don't have health issues? Absolutely not. But I'm out of bed. I'm not on tubes. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm not having seizures. I woke up this morning, albeit late, because I was connecting with a husband. He finally got home and we got to talk and catch up. I woke up energized even though I went to bed late. And to me, that is, that's what I'm going for, is that energy and that vibrancy. And I experience that daily. And so imperfect action. And that potassium, someone asked me about potassium that I use. Obviously, real food potassium is going to be best. There are days there's not enough time to chew to get the potassium in. Coconut water from Harmless Harvest. Oh, I should have a bottle here. I love promoting companies, and they have, since the beginning of time, they have been the premier coconut water. The taste, the flavor, the quality, it's incredible. It's incredible. Harmless Harvest coconut water. I do a lot of beans. I figured out why beans didn't sit well with me, and I found the fiber in the beans that are so beneficial for my body, where I'm at right now on my journey of health. And there are some days, though, I need a little boost, and and I need more. And so when on those days I use that cream of tartar, or, the middle of my move, I wasn't soaking my beans and cooking them and doing, those optimal things. And cream of tartar created and helped me keep my magnesium, salt, and potassium up. Can you say the name or write it out for the coconut water? Shelly, could you throw out a link for the coconut water? I might have it in my Amazon. I'm not sure. Usually it's cheaper to find it locally. So please check your prices on that. Shipping is expensive. And even though Amazon says it's free, it's not free. There's no such thing as free shipping. It's a marketing term, and we're smarter than that. And we recognize that shipping is included in that cost. I will pay for your shipping on orders at $150, so it's free to you, but you've got to spend 150, kind of thing. And so please check your pricing on the Harmless Harvest coconut water because it usually is cheaper to find it locally. Oh, Shelly, thank you so much. She just threw that up. Let me go back to these questions. Okay. Oh, what is the challenge? The Magnesium 30-day challenge is something that I've done. Let me introduce myself. Ski Diamond, I think is what that is. I love that, Ski Diamond. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kristen. I'm a magnesium advocate. I've been advocating achieving magnesium cell saturation for 25 years now. It changed my life. I've been connecting with the medical community and helping people understand that, yes, we uptake magnesium through our skin. It's utilized through our sweat glands and through our hair follicles. And so when we're soaking in magnesium, it's the most foundational way, optimized way to get magnesium in your body into the interstitial spaces, because that's when your organs have access to magnesium. And most of us are magnesium deficient. Soaking in magnesium, saturating our body for 30 days. Do we do that all of the time? Absolutely not. But we need that 30-day challenge to optimize. And so you need 2 bottles. Imagine that there's 2 bottles. Shelly, would you throw up that link of the magnesium soap? Because right now I designed this bag, a tote bag. I wanted a tote bag and I love it. It's big. It's this beautiful, heavy canvas tote bag. It has Living the Good Life Naturally on it. I put it a little too big. Next time I won't blast it that big. It was the first time I designed it. And so it was a learning curve. It's got this beautiful little strap on it and big grommets. And right now, when you buy from this link only, you can't just add 2 to your cart. Shelly will throw the link up. But when you buy 2 of these, you get that bag for free. It's the only way to get that bag. I love it. I want to do another one. When this first edition sells out, I want to design. I've learned a couple things I want to add to it. And I've worked with the company that produces them so that we can have some fun and play with that and do some other things. That bag is it truly is free. Like, I haven't inflated the cost. I just absorbed it into what when I sell 2 of them, so I can give you that bag for free. And you do need 2 bottles of magnesium. And then for 30 days, you soak in magnesium. And the first thing that comes up in people's mind is, I don't have time. And I want to push through that time poverty, create time. Healthy women are creative women. Create time. Get creative. For example, I'll do it while I'm working at my desk. I'll do it while I'm planning my week out. I'll do it while I'm winding down next to my bed at bedtime. 20 minutes is all you need. Carve out 20 minutes for yourself to build. I've got some pop-ups coming up, to build a strong foundation. And we want our magnesium red blood cell count to be at 6.3 or above. Our interstitial space matches our magnesium red blood cell count. And when you get that interstitial space to magnesium cell saturation, that's when your organs are pulling in and have the magnesium. And that's when you can just cut the garbage of, I use this kind of magnesium for this, and this kind of magnesium for this, and this kind of magnesium for this. Call it done. Get your magnesium interstitial space loaded with magnesium, and your body knows what to do with it. You don't have to figure out what type of magnesium your brain needs and your back needs and your bones need and your digestion needs. It's all powdered, pulverized, isolated magnesium. Use magnesium in its purest form with the cofactors that are involved in the uptake of utilizing magnesium. It's the quickest, most efficient way to build a strong foundation in your body. Okay, so can you hear my little timer going off? We've got 5 more minutes. And so the challenge, Ski Diamond, is just soaking every day for 30 days. You can miss days. I always miss days. You can miss some, that's okay. And then we want to evaluate, where are we at with magnesium? How often do we need to soak in magnesium to give us the optimal levels? Right now, I'm soaking more often because the move. Did I tell you about the move? So we're moving from Morro Bay to Salt Lake City. I work out of Logan, and I'll do some commuting from Salt Lake City to Logan. And we sold our Morro Bay. We were right there on the ocean in Morro Bay, California, in the central coast of California. And we paid this moving company. It finally showed up. My husband missed his flight. They didn't take all the boxes. They didn't take all the boxes. So, Ski Diamond, there's a reason for that story. Really, they didn't take the boxes? When life happens, magnesium goes out. We lose our magnesium through our urine when stress goes up. And the very nutrient that I'm needing right now, because of the move and the things that are happening, it's not working in real life like it did on paper. It was supposed to be, they pick up the truck, my husband hops on a flight, he comes back. It ended up he had to find a rental car, needed help getting boxes in the rental car. Angels, like oh my gosh, people helped us. They were absolute angels. And they helped him get that car loaded, and he took the excess boxes and stored the other ones. That's life, right? It didn't work on paper. Well, when that happens, we lose our magnesium. The more magnesium we lose, the more reactive we are. And it takes us right back to the beginning of, can I use essential oils in magnesium? This form, no, because we recognize the power of essential oils. We recognize dermal penetration of magnesium chloride, and we recognize those need to be used separately. And the more stressed we are, the more, excuse me, that weave of our immune system really changes. And your immune system in the morning and your immune system right now and your immune system tonight are three different immune systems, because it's ever changing. It's not this solid. It's like this. And so when we soak in magnesium, we recognize the power of magnesium, and we're not adding other things. We're not adding essential oils. We're not adding clays, because we want to get the uptake, the optimal beneficial uptake of magnesium chloride without causing issues and putting our body into that, oh, what is this? And magnesium's a dermal penetrator, and it shines the light on the power of the essential oil. And then our immune system starts, and it might not happen the first time you soak, and you might have hopped on and say, oh, Kristen, that's ridiculous. I've soaked for 3 years. Well, I've seen people at 7 years lose that essential oil and not be able to use it because their body has had that blast. Magnesium is powerfully shining the light, power on the essential oil, and the stress. And maybe your life isn't working in real life like it did on paper, and your immune system is doing this, and then you lose that essential oil because your body overreacts to it. Now, can we calm that back down? Absolutely. But let's not even go down that pathway. Let's understand the science behind soaking in magnesium, achieving cell saturation. 6.3 is my goal, not on a test at your doctor's, that he's looking at serum magnesium levels. They're going to stay at 1% unless you're in absolute crisis. We want to look at the magnesium red blood cell, because that's showing you the interstitial levels. About 40% is in that interstitial space, and that's where our organs are pulling magnesium from. Magnesium red blood cell does not show, the testing does not show your bones, because your bones and magnesium are a huge role and work together. On that, I'll answer this last question. Do you have a test to take so I can see my level? I personally do not have a test. I do have a favorite test though, Janet, and I would love to share that with you. Shelley, could you throw that testing up to make sure that Janet knows my favorite place to go? They will tell you that 5 is okay, but they dropped the standard years ago. And so I've stayed with that original standard of 6.3 in my interstitial levels. You can decide what's best for you. Do you want 5 to be your standard or do you want 6.3? I want to optimize. I want my thyroid functioning. I want my hair healthy. I lost my hair when I was sick, my eyebrows, and it was just, it was awful. Losing your hair has an emotional journey that goes along with it. And so I want, I want that my hair growing and healthy and all of those benefits that we get from having optimized levels. And that comes down to thyroid function. And I want to give my body the basics, building blocks, and that comes down to magnesium, salt, and potassium is where it starts. Does that heal everything? No, but you've got to have those 3 basics, and then everything else that you do becomes more powerful. Everything, the way you eat, the sunshine you collect, the lymph that you move, the hydration that you take in, it all becomes optimized. Join me for the 30-day challenge. Sue, I'm so glad you love doing a foot soak. I do red light therapy and relax and read while you're doing it. And that's a beautiful combination. The red light therapy and magnesium go hand in hand. That's a beautiful way. I do that red light therapy in my sauna. It is one place I've got it, and then I've got one on my door. And I optimize the ultimate original OG red light therapy is morning sunshine, the early hours. Magnesium morning trifecta, go check that out. I've got some videos on that. If you're interested in red light therapy, magnesium morning trifecta is the ultimate way to build a strong foundation. And come and join me on the 30-day challenge. It's okay. We don't have to start on the same days. Shelley has put that link up. I'd love to have you be a part. You do need 2 bottles. Imagine this bottle. My hand is a bottle. You need 2 bottles of magnesium. We've got a link where you can get a free gift bag. And I wish I don't see one. Usually they're hanging everywhere here in at the warehouse. And you get that free tote that I created and designed. It's this beautiful, heavy canvas tote. I thrift with it. I have grandkids with it. I have them hanging on the back of my car. So if I'm doing returns or tucking stuff for my fur baby, it's not rolling all over my car. It's just tucked in the back. I use them everywhere. I love them. What kind of bowl do you soak in, Jennifer? That's a great question. I recommend glass. Think of a casserole, like just a typical casserole dish. Yes, you don't use plastic. And the question that comes up is, but Kristen, it comes in plastic, but you're not soaking in the plastic. The uptake when you're soaking in plastic stops. And we want to uptake that. And so we're using glass. I can use a bowl. It's not quite as comfortable as a casserole dish. I'm a thrifter. You can thrift those. You can buy those at a big box store. If you have really large feet, there is a larger one that you can purchase on Amazon. Delightful being with you today. Thank you. Monday, Wednesdays, there are a few days that I missed, but Monday, Wednesdays, I go live for this magnesium moment. I'd love to have you, invite you to join the Good Life newsletter. And we do a monthly masterclass, and that's where we join on a link. We can see each other and we just dive a little bit deeper. The only place that link goes out is to my email newsletter, The Good Life, free to join. Love to have you join that. Right now, currently, I'm doing a live magnesium soaking challenge, and there are some videos that you get with that. There's some texting reminders that you get with that. There's a couple free Q&A calls that you and I can just dive deep with each other. And really, my goal, let me tell you my agenda. on that call for this Magnesium 30-day challenge is to really customize it for your body. And so when you ask those questions, it might be a little bit different than someone else. And I would love to have you, be a part of that. Sue, I'm working on that. And it has been a journey of creating that, because you need, the cost. I can't get the cost down to make it, affordable to use. Jennifer, you are so welcome. Delightful being with you today. Have a beautiful day. Look for glimmers. Look, this morning as I was literally running from my car because I woke up late, sliding into my chair, and Shelly had already set everything up for me, so it made it so much easier. I had this little glimmer, and I realized how grateful I am for the people around me, for those people around me. And I want to take a moment and slow down and just appreciate those people around me. And today I've just been watching them. I came running in, and Emily was shipping and taping up boxes, and I didn't slow down as I ran by her, but I did have that moment of, oh, Emily, thank you for everything you do to get boxes out. Emily is, if you've ever received a shipment from Living the Good Life Naturally, it's been packed, and Emily's been a part of that shipment getting to you. And she's so good. She's so efficient. And she just always has a smile and is back there taping boxes and getting those out in such a timely manner. And taking those moments and experiencing that appreciation for the people around you actually held on to my magnesium on the morning that I slept in and didn't, have that typical morning routine that I usually do. And doing that was my glimmer. It was my way of creating a glimmer. And I hope you can find those glimmers too, because healthy women are creative women. And in the midst of hard, in the midst of maybe heartbreaking, in the midst of confusion, we look for glimmers. We don't discount the hard. We don't discount the confusion. We stand strong and we look for glimmers and we connect. Healthy women are connected women. We connect to our body, we connect to our health, we connect to our power, and we hold it unabashedly. And we recognize that we change the world. And we do that more powerfully when we feel good. Soaking in magnesium starts the foundation. It is the spark plug for life. It's the first step that we take on our journey of building a strong foundation so that we're out there lifting, loving, and creating those things that are near and dear to our heart. Have the best day. Bye. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad you found us too. I love connecting. I'm so glad too.